Hey everybody, it's Kim, and we are here for the last video of 2020, last episode of Empower for the year. And this one, I want to encourage you to be bold. So often we talk about, I'm afraid, or don't be afraid, don't be afraid, don't be afraid. Um, and while I get the sentiment of that, I I'm leery um, about saying that because a lot of times we aren't choosing to be afraid, we choose to stay afraid. Uh, and and this is something that I fully believe, and I know it. God gave us emotions, right? And He gave us this thing in the pit of our stomach. You can call it. My grandma used to call it wit, and then when you have a baby, she call it mother wit. Um, that gut feeling, intuition, when it's divine, it's discernment, right? There's something that lets us know, okay, we have that instinct, okay, that something about that isn't right. Something about this I shouldn't be involved in. So fear is like that, an instinctual thing. Um Staying afraid. Now, we're talking about two different things. But what I want you to do, what I'm planning on doing, is being bold. That means I'm going to take action. I may be afraid, but I'm going to do it anyway. I'm not going to allow myself to sit in the space of what if something goes wrong. That's not a reason that's good enough for me not to try. I have decided that this year. 2020 kind of decided it for me. Um, because there are some things, as I keep kind of saying, that I've done this year in the middle of a pandemic on the other side of the world, away from my family, that I probably wouldn't have done. I would have talked myself out of it. I would have let fear keep me. I would have stayed afraid. It wouldn't have been just an initial response. I would have set up a tent, uh, got some plans from an architect to build a house there, just sat in it, wallowed in it, stayed, atrophy, die in the fear. But one of the parts of empower is to embolden. That's one of the words that is part of the slogan: enlighten, empower, embolden. Be bold. And if it doesn't work, at least now you know, right? Because who wants to live their life forever wondering if? It could have been. What if? Have you ever seen an idea that you didn't uh, capitalize on? Have you ever seen it like out and about? An invention, an idea, a website, a post, a tweet, anything. You were like, man, I thought that too. They had the courage to say it. They were bold enough to try it. Don't let it be you that had all these ideas and your close friends and loved ones know, and then you leave here and they're like, man, she never did what she really wanted to do. She let the fear keep her. You can have fear. Don't let it have you, though. See? And for so many years, sitting on my foot, fell asleep. For so many years, I let fear have me. and I wouldn't try, and I wouldn't be consistent with these videos, and I wouldn't upload, and I wouldn't talk, and I wouldn't do all of the things, any of the things. I just wouldn't. But throughout this year, I've been fairly consistent. I've been fairly consistent. And if you go back to the video, one of them in the recent past, look back on that mountain. Girl, you did that. You was much more consistent. You missed a couple of Mondays. I don't know how many actual weeks I didn't upload. I'll reflect on that towards the end of in the couple days, just as a accountability thing for myself. But most of this year, even when I didn't put it up on Monday, I got it up during the week. Some days, some weeks it was a Friday. But 2020 helped me to see, hey, get it done. We had an episode, if y'all remember. Um, I forget the exact title of it, but it was about um, being being done is better than being perfect. Get started, child. Do it. No, it may not be perfect. It may not be flawless. It may not be. And y'all know, as I started, when I first started, I do these in one take. I don't edit. Why? Because it is teaching me get it done. Get it done. Because I am a person who, if it's not perfect, I don't want it seen. I don't want it done. I don't want it out there. Now, if it was complete trash, you wouldn't see it. Um, but taking out the little dead spots, or if my earring falls out, or listen, y'all, I'm doing it as a way to break myself out of a behavior that has been paralyzing for me. So be bold enough to do that. Know something about yourself. If you dislike it, do the hard work to fix and be like, okay, so this I don't like about me. So what are we going to do about that? Not complain, not keep wallowing in it, not seeing it and still saying, oh, if I could. No, you can. Most things we can fix and correct. Most things we can. So be bold enough to do it. Be bold enough to take the first step. Bold enough to make the first move. Bold enough to write it on paper. Some of us keep things in our mind and want to put it on paper because, child, put it on paper just for us to read is too real. Put it on paper. Find somebody that's trustworthy. One person that you can talk to and be like, so this is what I was thinking. What you think? Or just say before them, I have this idea. I'm not really trying to get you to approve or disapprove. I just want you to know that this is what I'm doing. So that's my encouragement for you at the end of this year. Be bold. Take the step. Make the move. The phone call, the website, the book, the channel, the t-shirt, earrings, whatever it is that you need to do, whatever your thing is, be bold and do it. Be bold and do it. It has been so encouraging this year to know that what I've been saying has been helping people. Some people have been getting in touch with me, let me know, well, I appreciate you saying this, that, or the third because you was talking to me. And I appreciate that feedback. It helps encourage me because I know I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing. But it helps encourage me to keep going when I want a faster, quicker, more immediate result and I don't get it. But I'm bold enough to know that I'm going to keep doing this. I'm going to continue. Hopefully, you'll continue to come back and watch. Hopefully, you'll go over to Instagram and follow Empower, MPOWHER 540. Hopefully, you'll share this video on Facebook. And then you'll go on YouTube and search MPOWHER and subscribe. hit the notification bell, and share it. And encourage somebody else to be bold with you. The world needs us to be bold. I need you to be bold. So until next year, prayerfully, the Lord let us all be here and we'll see it together and we can start our bold journey. That's my word for 2021. I tend to give myself words or phrases or whatever. I used to make fun of my dad for doing these things. Huh. Now I do some of the stuff he does. It works for me. So my focus for 2021 is to be bold, bold enough to do what God is telling me to do, bold enough to do what I know will work for me, bold enough to challenge you to join me. So till next year, Happy New Year and be bold, you guys. See you next time. Bye.